Alright, we are now rolling. Please bless us, brother. With this. SFxDC, Boondock Squad, represent. Welcome to the
Where's that
Drum
headphones?
Magic by SFxDC.
Where's that headphones? Oh, right.
Headphones there.
I was gonna say.
We should be able to, if I put this
Check,
up.
check.
Come on in. Transition time.
Coming in hot.
Coming in with that feedback. Gotta have that feedback to make it sound live and everything, right?
Yeah, man. I feel you. We have to be live because we are alive. I just don't know what to say.
Hey, there's some truth to that. Right?
It is.
That's how we come in. So welcome,
Thank you.
Mr. SFxDC.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me here, man.
Okay, who are you?
My name's Mykho.
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 Oh, I see that on your. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had to represent. It has to be printed, man.
It's not official until it's printed, right?
It has to be printed. It's a unique name.
You need to have a shirt for things to be official, right? In this day and age, right?
It is,
you ain't official if you don't have your own clothing line.
Well, yeah, my name's Mykho Magalong. I'm from here, Doble City.
Magalong, that's a unique last name. That's like non-colonized last name, bro.
That's true. That's true.
Because sometimes when I remember seeing a list of last names that were like non-Hispanicized last names, and then it's all these deep Tagalog words. I'm like, damn, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I like my last name Guerrero, right? But I'm like, also, that comes from
a Latin.
yeah.
But no, shout out to my clan. In the Philippines. It's pretty solid.
Is there still a lot of people back at home in the Philippines?
Family as well here. There's Magalongs all throughout the world, and some here. I don't even know the folks out here.
Really?
And they are like local in the Bay Area. There is a community, I guess, but haven't got in touch to them.
You don't know if you're related to them?
We are. I'm pretty sure we are, but it's the only folks that could answer it is probably my grandparents.
So where were you born?
I was born and raised in Quezon City.
Hey, QC. Where in QC?
Philippines.
Timog.
No, right? Probably by the where. No, where I was born and raised over at Banawis. My area is Banawis Street.
Rice Terraces?
No, not the Rice Terraces. It was named after that, but I was born and raised where where all the automotive parts are. They sell it there. It's like, so I'm a city kid. I was born and raised through that.
Can you tell me a little bit how you started drums and all that?
Music. I started playing music since I was I should say 12 years old.
12?
Yeah. I was an apprentice from learning from my kuya. Shout out my kuya. And
where's your kuya? Is your kuya out here or in the
yeah,
Philippines?
he's here with me. He's here with us.
Is he still doing music?
Yeah, we're in a band together.
Oh, I think I met him.
You met him, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Before,
Are you both in Boondock Squad?
Yeah, we're both in Boondock Squad and Doble Bara.
What does he play?
He plays the guitars. Yeah, he's the lead guitarist. Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out Kuya Mick.
Wait, his name is Mick.
Yeah,
and you're
and
Mykho.
I'm Mykho, yeah.
Wait, how do you spell his name?
It's MYC.
MYC.
He go by the government name is Mykho.
Mykho.
Yeah, like Mykho Thompson.
And then wait, how is it spelled?
Mychal.
Oh.
Like Mykho Thompson. Like,
do you have any other siblings?
No, it's just us two.
Okay. Interesting. So they did it semi-similar name, but different, like that. Mykho and then Mykho.
Yeah.
And then spelled similarly.
But we came from the, like, my mom and dad based it off like NBA players.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so, I don't know the NBA players.
Yeah, because so we have two names, both of us. It's like Mike, he go by Mykho Andrew, and then I go by Mykho Irvin. And it's both off of like Mykho Thompson, which is Clay's dad. Shout out to the Warriors. And I go by Mykho Irvin, which is like Magic. Irvin Magic Johnson, like LA, And my dad's like a real hardcore basketball fan, since then. And
is your mom into basketball too?
Yeah, she is, but not as much as dad. But but they both got like into the names. Like so we had two names. So one gives the other in one. So the ideas and all that. But yeah, I really love my name though. Like not too many people have the same spelling.
Yeah. I've not met any other Mykho. Mykho. And then, honestly, when I see it spelled, I'm like Mykho.
Yeah, that's how I get it. It's like Mykho. Yeah, I always just say Mykho.
So you did drums when you were in the Philippines already?
Yeah. Well, I started playing, I learned the bass first and then guitar because that's what's accessible.
Do your parents play?
Yeah. My dad plays the guitar and my mom learned how to play guitar, but they sing, I should say we're a very musical like family. But the clan in my in the Philippines, like my whole entire clan is very like musically inclined. And so it's been past generations and I absorbed it.
Bro, I mean, I do not play drums, and then I've been struggling on trying to like produce drum tracks, right? So I was just watching you. I was like, oh, you see how I was watching your left foot and it has the ride,
Yeah.
right? And then how
That's actually the left. I was
What's that?
stepping on the hi-hat.
open
pedals.
hi-hat. Okay.
Yeah.
And then when you're doing it, it's opposite of like the other feet and all that.
Yeah.
Like just different coordination.
Yeah,
and
it's
I struggle at like DDR, right? Like,
Hey, I still do. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of it, and I love the game, but
You're not a big fan of it. What do you mean?
I don't get into it too much. I know DDR and all that.
Oh, DDR.
Like
okay,
Rock
okay.
Band,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Like I'm very good at coordination, but for some reason, if you wanna like be really good at that game, you gotta be into it.
Yeah.
It's like you can't just jump
Yo,
in.
I
and you'll
see
be
people
good.
at Dave and Buster's.
Killing it,
Bro,
right?
killing it. They have their like towel to wipe their powies.
Like it's a workout.
Yeah,
yo.
they're solid. Sometimes I'm like, can I play a game? Then I like go over there. Then I'm like, oh shit, they're doing it serious. They're like actually surviving.
They can pull that thing off like easy. But for me, like even though like I know coordination and all that, you just can't jump in and be good at something that you follow.
Yeah, but drumming, you're on it. You're on it.
Yeah, it's just it took me a while, but it's definitely some of my strengths. I should say. It's like,
Because I know you just played drums in that Balikbayan crew.
Yeah.
You have show the back of that.
The back.
Show the back
I
of
don't
that.
know, I should say, but it's. Should I stand up and?
You could just turn a little bit to your right. It says Balikbayan. Okay, we got
I
it.
don't know if they see it, but this is the exclusive jacket by my twin Ruby Ibarra.
Ooh, your twin.
Shout out to Ruby Ibarra. Yeah, we're birthday twins.
Oh, really?
We were born in the same day.
Wait, not the year.
Not the year.
though. Okay. Who's older?
I think she is. I think she is.
What's it called? What's the day? Per month?
February 25.
Oh, it's coming up. Okay.
It is, yeah.
Wait, I think that might be one of my cousins.
Yeah, it's actually the day February 25 is EDSA Revolution.
Why?
It's in the Philippines.
EDSA.
It's an anniversary.
Okay.
That day.
EDSA won.
I'm not quite sure, but yeah, it is the revolution where, when the people power, they all marched down EDSA to like impeach the the guy in position.
Yeah. Dope.
Yeah.
Tell me how this experience of Balikbayan is.
Yo.
What did you do? What was all that? Because I know you played some magic up on the stages with Ruby.
Yeah, it's I was she invited me when we were getting together, just being on her shows and stuff, and I said yes right away because it was an opportunity. And
Did you work with her before?
We did not, but we met. We officially met over at the Native Immigrant release.
Shout out Role.
Shout out Role and Mr. Ray. You know what I mean?
International Hotel.
Yeah, it's so we met there because I was vendoring, and
But you weren't playing during that.
I
night,
wasn't
right?
playing. SFxDC was there. SFxDC was doing a collab with
Y'all did the shirt.
We did the shirt, yeah.
Yep.
And we had all the lineup in the back and the Native Immigrant design, and she brought a shirt. She liked it, and then we linked up from there. But then I still I kept coming to the shows because it was very like I was vibing the whole energy from everyone. And from then on, I think when she decided to she was planning to start a band for specifically for the circa 91 anniversary show. She was like, "Yo, you want to play?" I'm like, "Let's do it. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Let's get it."
Can you give me an overview of what acts you're involved with in terms of music? Because I know we can get into more of how the anniversary was later, but then I just want overview because you also are part of Boondock Squad. You said
Yeah. Originally, I'm a member of the Boondock Squad, and I also have this other band called Doble Bara. It's all these folks that I've met, and I've shared my love with music back since high school. And it's just coming together. People are active and all that. So Boondock Squad. I'm playing drums for both. I never really changed up on my instrument, and Boondock Squad is basically my first band, first hip hop rock. We've been jumping a lot of we've been jumping around genres, but mostly it's hip hop.
I remember seeing y'all and then seeing range in sounds because there is the hip hop, and I was like, this sounds a little punky even sometimes.
Yeah, I should say it happened like that because of me and my brother's influences. Coming from the Philippines, I grew up listening to a lot of metal, a lot of punk.
In the Philippines.
Yeah, since then. And that was my niche, and since I got here in high school, I'm still listening to a lot of all that. I was bringing in all in, and then since I met JT for our Boondock Squad's MC.
Teodoro.
Yeah, John Teodoro. Shout out JT.
Shout out to that long hair, but he just cut it, right?
Yeah, he had to cut it. He had to cut it.
He looked good with that long hair. He looked like an island king, bro.
Yeah, he brought me up. He brought me into hip hop, man.
So you didn't listen to hip hop when you were in the Philippines?
I did, but it's not my thing. You know what I mean? It's kind of I'm one of those kids who who grew up on the post-hardcore era, the emo, the screamo, all that metal. Yes,
interesting.
Yeah,
I never really listened to metal.
So when me and JT formed the band Boondock Squad, we were
was this out of high school?
Yeah, Balboa High School.
Shout out.
Represent. Yeah, no.
Hey, music comes out there, DJ Qbert.
I know, yeah. There's a lot of influences, heavy ones too. But yeah, it's when we started it, I brought in definitely I was bringing in my sound. My Kuya was there too, so we were bringing it heavy. But knowing JT, he put down all this bars, which really changed up the whole game. But yeah, keeping in mind that it's a hip hop / metal, rap metal. That's what we kind of started it with.
Rap metal.
Rap metal, yeah, just like not too much of like, I should say, Linkin Park. I grew up on that too, but then it's more like Rage Against the Machine. It's this band, it's like rap, but then it's like heavy, like metal. Like the rhythm sections, like.
Cause I know y'all also did like a hip hop / punk event, wasn't that or
hip rock? Yeah,
hip rock.
No, that's my homie Speeds, Speedy Boy. Yeah, like a few years ago it started. Actually, years ago. Since I think like I'm not sure when was the first one, but like definitely like early 2012s. The local Filipino Bay Area music scene is he's one of the producers who throws events and shows for like locally like bands and rappers. And he the most recent one, which I guess the one you see, I'm assuming, is that event. It's called Hip Rock. But as well, with my clothing brand SFxDC, we did a collab. We sold shirts. We got a lot of people involved. So it was a really cool event.
So in addition to music,
yeah,
you are the head and the brains and the heart and the soul of this SFxDC. Can you tell me a little bit about this SFxDC?
Yeah, this is SFxDC's like my baby. It's the business.
You have a baby now?
This is it. This is it. The brand. It's the brand, man, that I've been repping for a while, and it for me. It stands. The letter stands for sucker free X dumb city. That's what it means for me. But it could mean anything in the world. But it also means San Francisco and Daly City, because I've been living in both the cities, and I feel like I gotta represent it. I gotta make the city look good. Like,
bro, I think when I first saw, I was like, Daly City, fuck yeah, man! Yeah. Like, I've been waiting for people to just rep Daly City.
Yeah,
it's like
it just has to be represented, and I feel like I'm that guy, and. If for me, it's a thing that I'm in love with, like streetwear and shit. So.
Bro, y'all have been on the grind and y'all have dropped some good pieces. Some of my favorites were like the sweater. The sweater. Yeah. It was. I lost it though, bro. I was like, just this fucking. I don't know if I just lose stuff easily or if my dryer eats shit. Like I lose so many things. No, like especially clothes. I don't know what's up. Like, but for the time it lasted, maybe I tell people I'm so zen and I'm good at letting things go that I just lose shit easily.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm so not into my material things, man. I just lose shit, bro.
But yeah, no. I feel like it's just a matter of I should say. When you have something, you value it. But I feel like also it depends on your situation. Like if you're very like forgetful, or I think that's all it is. I was like that since I was a kid, but then I started treating my personal belongings closer to me, like, and I don't want to lose shit because I always get scolded. Yeah, especially like the expensive ones.
Damn, your eyes just showed fear there.
Yeah.
The scolding is real.
For real. Yeah, and then but then when I started buying my own shit, and I put like all the value on it.
Yeah. Bro, just like last month or so, I lost my wallet. That took forever to replace. You have to go DMV for license, for everything, all your cards, also my school IDs and things that you tag yourself to enter places. I'm like, bro, I will never lose this again. Yeah. And I bought the little tracker that you can attach to your wallet and connect to the phone. Bro, it saved me so many times.
See, because it really depends on the person.
So with this, can you tell me how you started with SFxDC? What was the initial idea, and then where it's gone right now? Because I've gotten some of your shirts, and then I have this little rave mask. I see.
Yeah,
I see who your market is.
The anti-dust face mask. Here, I guess I should tell like a little quick history. It started with my idea of it was just like I want me and my crew. Shout out Sorry Sir crew. We in the building.
Who? Sorry Sir.
Sorry Sir crew is my crew back.
Sir, isn't it SER?
SER.
Sorry
Yeah.
Sir. Sorry Sir.
It's just like a little clique that we had from like early days of college, and then it was us, and we love to party, and we when you're in a clique, you want to rep, right? And I was the guy who fucking did all the like the thinking of how are we gonna do this, and I ended up like designing, like getting everybody involved, and like, you guys, we should come up with like these sweaters.
Oh.
And then I did all the the logistics of it, like getting everybody, like contacting everyone, and that was it. And our design was that Sorry Sir crew, and then the logo on the logo I originally put SFDC.
Because there was a mix of
all of us
all
of us lived in both, and I feel like we got a rep, and it worked out pretty for a long time.
When was this? What year was this?
This was like 2011, 2012. It worked out. I was able. It turned to be like a business for me. It went from like it went from a hobby to a business. But then
because you were selling the Sorry Sir stuff.
Like people are actually digging it. But then at the same time, it felt like it's not really that marketable. It sounds very exclusive, I should say. And it's just for us originally. We didn't really want it to be like. So I had to rebrand, because I really want to take it to like a big, like a next step for me, like like take it to a level where everyone can like fuck with it, So I think one Christmas, I hosted a Christmas party at my spot, and I had just connected with this merch manufacturer. Who
you say rich manufacturer?
No. I was just I connected with this manufacturer who does the embroidery. And I never dropped a beanie. It was the first one, and the whole idea was, I think I should just put 5 letters, and then I didn't want to put the whole Sorry Sir, and so I thought about it. I took out SF and DC, and then put an X in the middle. And then, I made that, and I came up with that, and like just for a sample, and just because I want to just give all of my, my day ones, like a gift for Christmas. So it was like that, and then it started there. The whole like idea of SFxDC started there, but originally it was just about like my all of us, my friends, the people that I fuck with, and then as it gets
bigger,
serious, like, and I took it like when I because I'm around like musicians and artists every time, I started to think how I can market it, and I did the whole rebrand of SFxDC and took the letters with me, but didn't had any meaning. Because it was San Francisco Daily City. That was just it. But I didn't want to use that. But that's what it means. Like I'd love how people get it right away, just like you. Daily City, SFDC. Okay, I get it. But I really actually want to make a whole meaning about it, and Sucker Free X Dumb City is what I came about. Because the whole, I fell in love in that. When I got here around 2007.
How old were you?
14 that time.
That's when you moved here to
That's
the
when
US.
I moved there. Yeah, in the US. And then
So what you were going into high school?
I got in over at Balboa as a junior. And then, I fell in love with hyphy right away because everyone is hyphy out here back then, right at that time.
Yeah, yeah.
And, I absorbed all of that. You know what I mean? It's like, for me, it was more like a welcoming. Like, I wasn't that culture shocked. I know what to expect, but, knowing that a lot of hip hop, the whole hip hop scene, like, if certain places has their own sound, I learned that this is the bass sound, and then I loved it back then. And, I had to make a meaning that would make people realize what it is. And, I came up with Sucker Free Dumb City, the love for hyphy. And
what did you love about the hyphy? Like, what drew you when you
what
got here?
drew me?
Like, if you can remember, like, as an immigrant, right,
Yeah.
coming in, like, did you already have family here? What was like that transition?
Exactly. I had a family here. My cousin Dino, shout out Dino. Dino's my cousin. He was a turf dancer.
Oh,
He started as a turf dancer. Right now he's doing Muay Thai, but he still dances here and then. But all of that influence that really got me in there was him, because of him showing me around, showing me what his passion is, and and I dig all of that because we're both into art. Like, I'm into music, and he's into dancing, and I consider it all like in the same lane. It's just different.
So he exposed you to like the local music.
Yeah,
like
he
hyphy
did. He
music.
exposed me to all of that, and I really loved it because back then it's like all energy for me, and I absorb everything, and it's like just like when I play drums, I'm the most probably like you would feel all the energy when I do it, and that's how I kind of like hyphy. It's like because how everyone. It's a music that would definitely make you like dance, or at least like it's not chill. It's like coming from that word, the root word, hyperactive. Because of all that, it's a combination. It's a drug combination.
It's like it gets you going.
It gets you
right?
going,
It
gets you wired up.
like,
actually,
shit, I should be doing something, right?
yeah, and
start going.
yeah,
start going.
you know about that, right? But if you don't, it's actually it's ecstasy. It's Molly. It's Tizzin. That's what
why
they
your
call.
face
Yeah.
is like that, right?
Yeah, it's
'Cause
Tizzin.
that's supposed to be where it came from because it tastes hella bad. So you're just fucking.
No, but yeah, when you take pills, which is what folks do when they on that, you're active. Yeah. That's why folks in raves are like that, and you mix it with liquor and some weed.
Watch your drug usage, bro.
You go dumb. That's why you go dumb. That's why people go dumb. But yeah, no, that's what it is. And there's bad sides on it, but there's also like positive because I love how the music that these folks who's on it created made like possibilities for younger generations to like create their art. Which is the turf dancing. That's one of it. But there's a lot. There's all the Bay rappers come out. The most recent one. Like SOBRBE. And the whole wave with like HBK, I Am Supilo, and them. It's all because of the hyphy movement, and I believe that is the positive thing that the hyphy
movement like, created here
in the Bay Area. And the whole inspiration of the culture.
So you really embraced it once you got here.
I embraced all of that because I be around like my group of friends who plays music, like instruments like band and all that, but I be around like rappers too, so like I'm in two different like cultures, but for me as a drummer, I already embraced it. You know, that's why me and JTA started the band. I feel like, you know, I could be the bridge to the, you know, this world to your world.
Oh, so you saw yourself as a bridge between like
Yeah, 'cause-
rock and metal.
Yeah,
into
and hip hop and
hyphy.
hyphy and all that. Because, you know, beats will make anyone dance, or, you know, it's a core. I should say, you know, in music, it's like it's that one core that brings everybody together.
When you
With that-
moved here, were you still connected with like the rock and the metal side out here?
Yeah, definitely. Like I played a bunch of like different shows before Boondock. There's different bands that I was in, like, and we play metal. So I've been playing around. It's been like, I should say, 10 plus years now.
You know what's funny is that in the Philippines, you could tell there's a certain type of person who's into rock and metal,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you'll see them in Manila, like, I see him. He's all tattooed up,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
has his plugs. He usually has long hair, or
yeah,
even he
yeah.
has the dreads.
Aesthetics,
Sometimes
it's all
the
the
aesthetic,
aesthetics,
and
yeah.
I'm like. And then his girlfriend would be this maputi, like with tattoos also. You're like, what is this? Like, and then they're in the middle of everybody who's dressing conyo,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah.
there's that, I was
They
like,
stand out,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like, but you could tell. I was like, okay, I see you. I see that specific aesthetic.
Yeah.
And then you'll see them all when you go to like a local rock,
A rock event, or
rock
event, or a bar.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
I
grew
see
up
that
in-
energy with you. I see that energy.
I
with
grew
you.
up in all of that, man. Like just like what I was telling you earlier, I was an apprentice of my kuya in his band. And
He was big. He was in a band and doing all
yeah,
that. while in the
they weren't
Philippines.
that big, but then, you know, locally they're active, like, just in the community when we were in the Philippines. So as a younger, you know, brother, I always tag along with him, you know, and I get exposed to it right away.
How come y'all immigrated here? What was like the process? Was it through like grandparents?
It was
Or-
through like my aunt. My shout out to my aunt, my dad's older sister.
And then she petitioned your parents.
Yeah, we did. She did that, and then we all came in at the same time.
How was that transition like?
For
From
me-
Philippines to over here.
For me, it was great. Like, it was great because I was expecting it. It's not like, oh, I wasn't into like connections with everyone, but, you know, my family definitely it was a big move for us, and at the same time, you know, we didn't, because no one was left. Like, there's 4 of us: mom, dad, me, and kuya. We all
You're
came in.
bunso boy.
Yeah, I'm the bunso,
bunso.
man. But yeah, it was pretty smooth for us because we're all together.
Mm.
But if someone was left, you know, it could have been hard.
Yeah.
So, but then, you know, we're still in touch with everyone. It's like we recently, more like 4 years ago, we went back to, like, you know, it's dope. It's great that I feel like you know, as much as I'm saying that I'm absorbing everything, I feel like, you know, it's definitely not, I'm not the same person anymore, I should say. Because, you know, living here in America is different with the conditions and if you live there.
Mm-hmm.
And I should say that in general, like, for all people who's definitely like talking about living there, or who lives there, it's different out here. And, you know, I managed to like assimilate with all of that and learn from it, but at the same time, you know, I don't think I've ever forget how it feels to be there. It's always like love.
In the Philippines, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's like you're reborn again, I should say.
When you go back?
When you go back, yeah, because it's
Ah.
a different vibe, man. It's like everyone's, like, for me at least, you know, when I go back there, you know, you meet up with like your folks, your the people that you grew up with, It's very like
Then you're like,
it
what
takes
the fuck?
you.
It's like 10
It's
years.
nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's
And the vibe is different.
Yeah.
The vibe in the
Yeah.
like just being in the Philippines, you hear more Tagalog.
Mhm.
You're like seeing family. Like
yeah,
it's just, and it does bring you back to those times
Yeah.
when you were like just chilling with Lola.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
and eating hella food. You know,
Mhm.
like all the seafood, I gotta say,
Yeah.
is still a step up in the Philippines than what you can get.
everything's like I should say fresh, especially if you're in the like provinces and all that. But I was it the it's just the vibe. It's the vibe. I should say when I came back there, it's the folks that I miss to, like my cousins, my older cousins, and the folks that I grew up with.
You know, whenever I go to the Philippines and I'm there for a minute, I feel like my most authentic self. Like, and my
Right.
most it's like I recharge. Sometimes,
Yeah.
especially when I'm in the province and I'm just in sando and sweating by the beach,
Yeah.
I feel like an island king or something. Just
Yeah.
like I'm there. I feel the energy of the Philippines.
That's true. 'cause-
Versus when I'm here and it's like, that's okay. Like I'm still myself.
Yeah.
But then there's not, the connection is not
does it
as
feel
strong.
like the ancestors are on you?
Kind of.
No, but
Kind of,
for
kind
real,
of.
yeah, it has the feel when you're in a different country and that's where your folks are. You would feel it, the energy.
Mhm. But you've been able to make this place your home.
Yeah.
You've been able to rep SFxDC.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
You've been able to create like a space for yourself.
Yeah, and like people are gravitating to it. That's all. That's all I wanted. Like it didn't. I started it with no idea and no game plan, and right now there is. It got real, and I had to make it official.
Like how? What was the initial like launch of it, and then what were the transitions like throughout?
The official launch was a year ago, which when I rebranded and I started making those SFxDC shirts, but it was a box logo, like Supreme. Feel me? It's
Was it
like-
also red?
Yeah,
Is it-
red on white, white tee, and it started when
I think every initial clothing designer messes with that.
shout
like,
out Supreme, shout out Supreme New York. It's one of those inspiration. But then I really want to take it seriously because I invested on a machine, and I printed the first whole wave on my own.
Oh, you did you invested into like screen printing machine?
Yeah, and I did all of that because I was like, if I would do this forever and want to make a career out of this, back then I was thinking that's all I was thinking about, and I had to learn the craft. I had to perfect it, and at least learn the ins and outs of this business, and that's how it started, and the transition from the different name to SFxDC is it all worked out because it fits. Like I was carrying it already, and right now I should say from that year where I started, and right now it's just like right now is the climb where it's I should say the brand is like getting noticed, and it's people are wearing it, and I'm active. I'm bringing it to everywhere I go. So SFxDC is kind of like my baby, just like my baby. I told you, and it's now turning it into this idea that I have. I don't know if I should say it, but but yeah, no, like it'll be like a surprise for folks.
Okay. What do you get out of running it? Like, why do you keep on doing it and doing your designs? Because you have been on it for a while and you've done good shit. Like, I follow your stuff on IG. You do consistent photo shoots, new releases. Consistently, there was the tie-dye design that I actually
That was
slept on. I kind of missed that release.
That was an anniversary. Like that was when I turned 1. When the baby turned 1. When SFxDC turned 1.
How old is it now?
It's about it'll be in 2 years old in August.
Okay, so are we gonna expect an anniversary?
Yeah, probably just
okay.
Just keep watching. follow it. But yeah, it's I should say the design and that was your question. Did I lose it?
Like, what do you get out of running this? Like, why do you keep on doing it? Other than just I know you have business ideas about it, but what drives you to keep on doing this?
This is my output. Like, I should say, besides being a musician, this is my love for like the culture. I should say this is more like leading towards like, you know, my whole experience as a kid. I mean, as a this is my whole like film experience. To tell you the truth, this is me assimilating and absorbing all this hyphiness since I got here in the
and
Bay.
putting it into
work, man. You feel me? So yeah, this is how I turned all of the crazy ideas and the experiences out, because you know, as a I feel like this is my identity now, and it's like I love it that people recognize me for that, but not a lot of people, you know, because I carry it too much and people see it as is.
What do you mean carry it too much?
I carry it too much. Like, I feel, you know, like everywhere I go, I give out stickers, and then people remember me for that. But I really like it that it works out that way. But that's why some people don't know I even played music.
That's true. Actually, I knew you first because of SFxDC.
That's what I'm saying.
And then I think I saw you. I was like, is he playing drums on, like, when you were with JT? I think it was one of those report back events from the Philippines, and then I think you did cajon.
Yeah, I was
think
probably
you were playing
cajon,
the cajon.
yeah.
And then I was like, what the heck? He plays music.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's what
Is that a bad thing? Is that
No, it's not a bad thing. It's more like it's kind of like my alter ego.
Oh.
You feel me?
SFxDC.
Yeah, this is that's my other side.
Interesting.
But you know, I try to keep it together. Like it's like I'm a Pisces.
And I don't know the different signs and stuff.
No,
What does that say
but you
about
know, when you're a Pisces, you're there's two fish, and it feels like there's always like, you know, the yin and the yang, the good and the bad. But no, that's not. I'm not saying. It's just a reference.
Yeah.
But no,
Are you saying you're bad?
No.
But which one is the bad side?
No, but I believe in that. You know, that's all me. Like, I feel like my world goes around like that. So I have this and I have that, but
it's like a lot of things going on, or different things going on, like
Yeah.
your musician side and then this business / clothing side.
yeah, my whole like streetwear, basically my passion for the culture.
Where do you see it going? What do you want to end up doing with SFxDC?
Yo, I have like hella ideas and like a bunch of like things that I want to do, but really want to take it to like mainstream. I have it's bigger than me. That's all I'm gonna say right now. But you know, I feel like a lot of people are gonna receive it in a way where it's the next wave of culture.
Question: do you think, or people can connect, or how can people connect to it? SFxDC. if they're not from SF or DC?
Yeah, I've been receiving a lot of that question, but this is what I should. This is all I gotta say. That's why I don't want to like, have people think that it was just about the area, but it was. I want people to receive it as the idea of how it came about, where it came from the whole idea of hyphy and the music around it. I want to base it off here and branch out to like the people or the markets that I want to tap into, and that's kind of like the game plan, and that's why I like when I said it's called Sucker Free Dumb City, Sucker Free X Dumb City, and instead of like San Francisco Daly City, but people who's from here recognize what that is.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like how I want people to receive it. It's not about the area. It could
It's like
mean,
the idea, the spirit behind it.
It could mean anything, to be honest, to people. Can I say this?
Sobrang Filipino, daming Christian.
Oh my God, that was you. We should put. If we ever have a collab, that would be it. Mark that shit.
Sobrang trademark
That shit. But on the real though, like people come up to me and like shout out to like this is I'm gonna name drop him, Terry Vallon from the FCC Community Center. Shout out to Terry. We was at this event and he came up to me. He was like, yo, I dig your, he was just giving me compliments about how he digs the clothing and the brand and all that. And he gave me the realest shit ever that I heard. Nah, I never thought about it, but it makes perfect sense. Now he was just like, oh, you know what SFxDC means to me? He was like, you know what the X stands for? It means Excelsior. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, like I was amazed. And then he started getting deeper onto it because you know how it's a social issue right now. Our city's being gentrified really hard, and it's coming down at the Excelsior. And the Excelsior is the specific geolocation is between SF and Daly City. So it really like it hit me. Like I didn't know that I created something that actually is real. And I've been
that's where Balboa is.
Yeah, since high school I've been there. And that's why it's really like it like with me, like it's my experiences. And I knew it back then, but someone had to point it out, like Terry. No, that's what he thought it was. But my whole branding about it is different. But that hit me really well. Like I was like, damn,
that's some deep shit. Terry be thinking about that. Damn,
and, Terry
dropped some knowledge there.
He did. He sure
did.
That's
why he's at leading FCC.
He sure did. And I was like, yo, like we need to talk about this more because I really want to like. Also, yeah, we are working on something.
Because that's some real shit, though, that's happening.
Yeah.
Even Daly City is getting gentrified more.
Exactly.
Like, homie Joseph, right? He'd be
Seth.
He'd be saying, like, bro, there's, like, way more non-Filipinos out here than in, like, Westboro area. Because when he said he grew up, there was, like, no all people of color that he would just see around, and he's like, dude, it's changing out here in Westboro.
Yo, the whole Bay Area is changing, man.
Warriors, and getting more expensive.
Warriors is not even gonna be in Oakland anymore. You feel me? Like that's what I'm saying. Like the whole city's changing, and that's why bringing back to the FCC thing, Terry gave me the idea. Like we gotta defend what we have.
How do you feel as somebody who is both local but also an immigrant, right? You came here when you were 14, and it's almost been like 10 years, right? So you have
10
made
plus
it
years.
10 plus years. So you've made it your home, and now you're seeing changes. What do you feel about that?
Yeah, just like, my it's my experiences. Like, it feels that, we have to step up. We have to, like, as people, as Filipinos, as like our community. It doesn't mean that, we have to, like, be mad about it, but we really have to step up and, like, organize. Like, if like, meaning, if we can, we all have our royalties, like, shout out to JT. This came from JT.
Okay, drop some knowledge. Come on,
He was
Teodoro. What's the royalty? What is this wisdom?
You know how in music we have royalties, like, people have royalties. They get royalties off of, like, a sample that they, like, an artist do. It's just like here, we as Filipinos, when we came here, we had a part. We shared our part, and I believe we have to claim our royalty. I should say, and that's what I meant when we should defend what we have. Like, especially like that. Like, people are referencing to the gentrification in the city. It's just like, I hate the fact that people are getting kicked out, or they couldn't afford to live to that place where they grew up. And it's like, it's they, and they're forced to move out. They're forced to, like, live in a new, different place where it's cheaper for them and it's accessible. Because the city is getting crazier,
Hell
and
expensive. Yep.
We have to face these real issues, man. It's like, if we really want to stay here,
you gotta defend Pinoy capital and Daly City,
that's
man.
what I'm saying. Like, if we all organize as community, man, I don't mean to be like, I don't usually talk like this, but it's real. Like, it will get real in the next few years, and I always look way ahead of me for some reason. I believe in that, and that's all it is. I feel like we should organize as people, and that's why I roll with these folks, and I believe and I support as much of the folks that I roll with, because I feel like I'm a part of something, and this is what I can contribute. You feel me?
How do you see yourself contributing as a musician, as this designer, as what? Where's
Influence.
Your,
I should say my influence and my my representation of our people. That's it. Like, people are gonna look back, and if years from now, if whatever happens to our people, to our community out here in the Bay, people are gonna look back and, like, we live in a time where everything's recorded, where everything's accessible, archived. People are gonna look back, and they won't be, I believe they would, like, see that there is folks who's fighting for this, and, like,
so you want your legacy in a way to be shown, that you've used your influence to help defend your community.
Because I'm all about that too. It's not like I believe on the energy, the sharing of energy. Like, when folks, when someone, like, someone someone supports you, gives you that energy, you gotta give it back. And I'm all about that. It's like, for me, it's a way of life. It's it makes everything smooth. Like, you know, it's good karma. You know,
I do believe it. I feel it. I feel it, especially with karma. Even if you can't prove shit, right? Like, or even fake.
yeah.
But I feel that there's a certain truth to karmic shit.
Yeah.
Like, and energy. Like when you do, whether it's even psychological or placebo, like that, there's some real shit. Like if you are a dick, more dickish shit happens to you.
It will
like,
come back.
Yeah,
Swear.
it does come back.
Yeah, it will come back.
Swear,
and
like,
you're not even expecting it. That's why, you know, I believe in that. And it doesn't even need to be like physical, like physical or material. It just has, if you can, whatever you know, you can, whatever you know that could help that person, and you just have to like happen to have it or know someone who could do it for, you know, just you give it back. You help out.
I have I was gonna say I want to do the drums right now.
Yeah, let's do it.
But I was gonna say I was gonna celebrate with a bar, but it's
The
not
bar,
yet
yeah.
12.
It's not.
yet
How long
12.
do we have?
It's 8
Damn,
minutes,
8 minutes.
7 minutes.
All right, let's
I'm
just keep talking
I'm
shit.
so close. This fucking intermittent fasting thing, it's been
Man.
cool. It's been
Yeah.
cool. But like I can only eat from 12 to 8 now. And every time this last week, that's like 11:55. I'm so hungry,
Right,
and I'm
right.
craving for a protein bar. And
Yeah.
usually I get these Quest This is the Kirkland from Costco one, and it's pretty good.
Like I got me my stuff.
Nature Valley. Is that from
Nature
Costco
Valley.
too?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's
But
one of those big boxes.
there's this brand called Quest, and it's got just 1 or 2 grams of sugar, so it's pretty good, pretty clean on that end for the sugar. And I get at Target, they have different flavors, and it's fucking good, bro. Fire! Like they have different flavors. This mocha one, but I get the mint chocolate chip.
I need to get on that.
Bruh, it's good. It's good. But only like 1 gram of sugar, 2 grams of sugar, because they use stevia for the sweetener.
Stevia,
Yeah,
oh,
so it's good. It's healthier, at least on that sense, supposedly.
Yeah.
And then, bruh, I've been like, sometimes I just crave it, and I'm like, I'm gonna drive to Target right now just to get it.
some.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
because-
know what? I think I recognize what Quest is.
Yeah,
I
it's
think I can
good. It's
recognize
good.
what it is.
And it's been good so far doing this intermittent fasting thing, because I do feel that it's improved my sleep pattern.
Really?
Because my bad habit before was like,
you're
I'm
on
gonna eat
caffeine. and-
caffeine also,
and
but
then
also
you're-
eating. Like I would eat like at 10 p.m. and try to sleep like at 12, but then, or even 11 p.m. sometimes I'll eat, but then that'll keep me up until like 1 a.m. because like my body's still
it's
processing.
It's
and-
digesting.
yeah, and also even if you are hella tired and you go to sleep, like it's not as deep as a sleep because your body's
feel you,
still
I feel you, I
processing
feel
food.
you.
So now that I cut it off at 8, like I'm like, okay, I just drink water at night.
Yeah.
If I feel any hungry, but I end up sleeping better. I feel because my body's just not like processing food anymore.
Yeah.
But that
I see. Yeah. No, I'm. You know what? For me right now, I'm on my road to diet.
Yes.
Road to
Yes.
160.
Yeah,
'cause
baby. Where are you at right now?
I'm on. I'm on 206.
Okay. You can get that. You got that, fam.
It started as a challenge because there's money involved, yo.
Really? How much are y'all betting?
I'm bet in. It's not that bad, but it's $25.
Hey, that's the. And then how much
But
does
there's-
the winner get?
It's about 200.
Damn.
Yeah, there's folks involved.
Are
And
there different ways to win? Like, or is it just winner take all?
winner takes all? And if you end up gaining weight on the final day, you have to pay extra.
Damn. Okay. And what is the count? Is it just max number of pounds lost?
The percentage.
Oh, the percentage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like
Okay,
if you
that's
you know, if you're gradually losing, good. But if you're like, oh, I'm losing, and then the next week it's like, oh, you kind of slacked off. It
when
will
does it
better.
end? When's the count? When's the final count?
It's actually really close. It's like February.
Oh, that's hella
Yeah,
close.
it's hella close. Yeah. No, because due to some issues, it's like
Okay. But but
it's.
what if somebody just drops on the last day? Does that count, or is it included like weekly checks?
There's weekly
Like-
checks.
Oh, okay, so
Some
that's
of my
taken into account, like how steady.
Yeah, we
drop.
actually record everything every weekend. We measure.
So if
weigh in.
somebody can't just drop in the last week like hella pounds.
Yeah, like
To win, it has to be steady.
It has to be steady
Ah,
because
okay,
we're
okay.
doing all of that.
Yeah.
And it's also like motivation for others. you
Yeah,
know? It's
yeah.
like, I'm actually
That's
it's working
good.
for me. It's working
Bro,
for
that's
me.
good because even me, I've been talking to some friends and I want to do like a challenge.
Yeah.
Like I want to get those heart rate monitors, and then there's some that you can connect to an app and you show your friends, and then
Oh, it does.
it tracks like how long.
Like a Fitbit.
Yeah, but then this one is like it's called the My Zone, but it's expensive. So I'm not sure if I want to do it. But what happens is that they have different levels. Like if you get to like 80% of your heart rate max, it starts giving you like 2 points per minute that you're in that zone.
Yeah.
So, and if it's lower, maybe it'll be 1 point a minute if you're in that zone. So basically, you have to work out to a certain rate and then do it for a while, and you get points. And I want to do that with some of my friends.
some folks,
yeah,
yeah.
to kind of like have like a little challenge, like,
Let's
oh,
try.
how much can we
You
work
know,
out?
yeah, I
this
think
month?
it will work if you guys put in something.
And some money?
Yeah, like
Oh,
a prize. Because, you know,
that's true.
people are not going to take it seriously, to be honest. I
Okay,
wasn't going
okay.
to take it seriously, but then I put in money, so I'm like, damn. Like, no, but at the same time, it's good for you. You
How
know?
many of y'all are doing it?
I think there's 5 of us. Or, yeah.
5 of you, and then the
So
winner gets 200?
Yeah.
That's not
Some-
bad.
some-
Something about
something
that.
like that. Is it 200?
Wait, but then 5 times 20, everybody put in 25?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's just
then that's
one-
125.
Yeah, no, okay.
Okay.
Because
But that's
I don't
so
know.
good,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
That's
so-
hella
so-
meals.
Yeah.
So there's no second place.
It's no second place. When it takes, that's it.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, that's why it became 200 because we were the rule was that if you gain in the final day,
You pay
you
extra.
pay an
to-
extra. That's why there's that.
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah.
was just I got lost on that idea.
yeah.
But yeah, 125 total. Yeah.
Damn,
But you
fam.
know, it's like it's exciting.
That's still money, man. If
Yeah.
I had 100, even just 100 bucks, 50 bucks.
50 bucks,
I would
right?
work out 50 bucks. That's 10 orders of 4x4 in and out, man. I that's my currency. In and out 4x4 is my currency and how I
Let's
navigate
get
the
it.
world
Let's
and
get it.
calculate how much things are worth, bro. 'Cause-
But yeah, that's
Hey,
that
congrats!
was-
Hey, that's not a
Thank you,
bad
man.
thing to get into.
I know.
That's hella good because
It's a
I really
challenge.
feel like our community needs to take health, like
Especially
seriously.
us, right?
Especially
Yeah.
Filipino Americans among Asian Americans have the highest rate of heart disease
Heart
and
disease.
diabetes.
Diabetes.
Diabetes because of that damn casino, bro.
A lot of fat, a lot of drinking, a lot of smoking.
Yep, the drinking and the smoking.
All of that.
What's actually shown is the fat itself is not necessarily that bad. It's more the combination of the carbs and sugars. It's
Yeah.
all the rice and also all the sweet shit that we combine and
Carbs and sugar, right?
yeah, with the soda and things like that.
Yeah.
Because my sister actually did the whole keto where it's just high fat. And then she was hella happy but like basically no carbs.
No
And she
carbs.
was doing well on it. And she was happy because she could eat the crispy pata, bro,
Mm-hmm.
and all that and just watch the rice. And yeah.
But you know our people. It's
We
a
love
must.
the rice.
You can't
Bro,
you
the
can't
ri-
be a household.
Because something tastes so goddamn good about white rice.
Yeah.
With like soy sauce sometimes when you're eating. Bro, I think
You're just
I'm
getting
gonna go-
yourself hungry right now,
it's
bro.
12, but
It is
I
12.
think after this, okay, I'm gonna eat this.
Just
But
go eat
right
it,
now,
yeah.
I just felt a pull to go to Seafood City later and get some like tilapia, bro. Imagine
It should be fine.
some tilapia and rice and soy sauce. Ooh, or I might go the Pacific Super where they can cook it up. Get pampano, bro.
Pampano is
good because it tastes clean. Ever.
Yeah.
Right? It's fucking.
I love that shit.
Okay, let's get you on these drums for another set. Okay, we're gonna get you on, and you're going to do another track from the Boondock Squad.
Let's get it.
Right?
Let's get it.
And it's called Never Let You Go.
Yeah.
So on these both tracks, actually, was JT originally on the vocals on these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Originally, yeah, he has bars all over it, but we also have a singer, and
How big is Boondock Squad? Who's in Boondock Squad?
Boondock Squad right now is JT, our singer Rodell, and he also plays keys.
Okay, Rodell.
Mick, he plays guitar, and then Alan is our DJ. I mean, Alan is our bassist, and then DJ Fonz.
DJ Fonz, damn Fonz.
Everyone in basically that I've been rolling with, and been part of the Boondock Squad. Yeah,
dude, Fonz is like legendary status.
He's community. He's legendary.
It's like deep community, man. He's played for so many acts.
Yeah, he's been tapped in with folks like Qbert and all that since then.
And he's so low key.
He's low key.
He's just so chill, and he's like, hey. Whenever I see him, I'm like, is this guy like naturally high or something? That just hey. And
no,
he just like, I just smiles. Hey, does his shit. Hey, what's up, man? He's just there. He's so focused on his shit, on his DJ like craft. Job. Yeah, it's craft. Like, he's like, all that.
Shout out DJ Fonz.
Shout out DJ Fonz. All right, Boondock Squad, let's get it. Let's get you back on these drums. I'm gonna have you share your magic, and I'm gonna make sure that the people see the other side of the two-headed fish. Okay, so we have this. Yeah, I just have to make sure the thing is muted because we don't want no feedback, because feedback is a little too much. But now, can you hear it? Oof. Come on. All right. So now I'm going to make sure this gets running. We're going to hear this going. And then I'll throw some freestyles over. Okay. JT, I hope I don't do your track disjustice. But we out here with Mykho. Woo! That's that smooth ass shit, bro. Yay. Never let you go. I'ma never let the vision flow on out of me. I just speak on the beat as I try to see visions in front of me. What's really going on here? I look spiritually, I need to connect. Better than that, I know there's more to life than physicality and sex. When I'm talking to a lady, I just want to think of the future, making babies. No, let us suture our wounds on together. We can make the world a little bit better with the way that we speak. Maybe we can reach another level, another peak. I'm just here trying to search and seek, being humble and meek. Never will I sit on my soapbox and preach, but I will share. Better tell you, this is me, collecting myself. I do care. Let me try to build some wealth. SFxDC, sucker free. It's a dumb city, my G. Don't you see? Don't you see? Never let you go in front of me. I'll never let you go. I'll always let you know. And then later I can do some auto-tune on that shit, like I'll process that shit like I'm Kanye. Shout out to my brothers in different places. Every skin color erasing. We just start erasing all bad in our past. Everybody wanna go really fast, but they need to walk a little. Look, my life is a little brittle. When I fall down, but I break, and I'll take another opportunity to make myself a beautiful name. Ooh. Call out to the brothers out in SF and DC, X in the middle, cause that's where we see our own people, community and all. We fight all the evil until we fall and get back on up, cause I don't want nobody running from the daily city grind. I just keep on humming, I will find another melody to use. It's a beautiful view right here when we're on top of the hill, down to the Westboro sights. I just wanna say it's a borough night. Let me borrow the night and try to find another sorrow to fight, cause we just face our inner demons with the Pisces on the beat. He's balancing, I got Libra on repeat. October and Feb, let's do it now. Ready to send something that's about to go down. I just use rhymes and rhythm. Come on, let's get it spilling. I'll never let you go. I'll always let you know that I got love for all people. I fight all the evil. Never gonna give on, no. Check on the rhythm, check on the spilling. I got everybody here, I'm willing to share all my goals and my dreams. Building it up, this the team. Hit on the rhythm, hit on the dream. Let us go now. Let us reach. Let us reach for the sky. Never let you go. I always say hi. Auto-tune saves my soul, cause sometimes I get off my road. Okay, let's have a freestyle right now on your drums. Kill it with a drum solo. Yeah. Come on. Hey. Come on, Mykho. Let's get it hard. Show that metal, show that metal. Okay. Come on. Hey. Woo. Come on. Yeah. Let's get it. Get it. Woo! Come on. Yeah. Come on. SFxDC, yo. Happy. Hey, get this guy a wifey. JK, he's already got a girl.
Guy.
Hey.
Should we just receive him?
Kill that shit, fam. Get back on in. That was a magic. Hopefully everything was recording.
Hopefully.
Let's get you back.
I don't know if
here.
the mic is on.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It's on. It's just it was muted for a minute.
When
you got a sweat on.
Yeah, it's always like this. It's always like this. It's always a workout when I play.
When you play?
Yeah, with the whole kit too. That's just.
Hey, maybe that should also be your cardio.
It is, yeah. Let's exchange.
Exchange.
Can we eat while we talk?
Yeah, you can. Man, yeah, you got your sweat on. That's what they say. Like some of those drummers, they're hella fit because they're just fucking.
I want to be on that grind. You know what I mean?
On just the grind of drumming all the time.
Yeah, the fit. Yeah.
How do you feel when you're drumming? Like what goes through your head? What's your feeling? What's the vibe like?
Just our own different zone, bruh.
Just being in like
you know,
in the drum set and the drumming and everything.
it's a heartbeat. I feel like it's a heartbeat when I'm in there, and you know, just syncing to music and syncing with artists especially when I play drums. You know, I sync in with like every musician and every artist.
So you feel like connected.
I'm connected. Yeah, definitely. I connect with everyone through that. Besides, you know, my other self.
Other self, SFxDC.
Yeah.
So, how is it? Because I don't play drums, right? So I don't really know. And the most, I'm actually really bad with rhythm. To be real, I'm actually bad with rhythm. That's
Really?
why I can only really do well when there's like a strong instrumental with a strong drum in the back.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when I do like open mics and stuff, if an instrumental doesn't have like a strong beat behind it, like I kind of get off beat. And then, but then I just save it by saying it's jazzy. Right? I'm
No, I
rapping on the
feel you.
syncopated shit.
I
Right?
feel you. Wait, your question is how is it?
Yeah, how
Or-
do you feel like doing it? You said you're connected. Like, do you listen to the other musicians when you're in it? Like, well, do you set the beat? Like, how does it work? Like, are you the one? Do you
as a
feel
drummer-
that as a drummer? Do you set the beat, or does it also get influenced by the other artist?
It's kind of like both ways, but as a drummer, I set the tempo most of the time. Because if like I'm faster, everyone's gonna go fast. But if you know, you're slower, everyone slow down, and you like the most definitely like the most perfect explanation is being on time, and having a good time playing. You know what I mean? Because if you don't enjoy it, it'll be just like a ride. But if you love what you're doing, it's like
Tell me then,
unstoppable.
what was this process like getting into the Balikbayan crew and going through the process of practices for Ruby Ibarra's concert? Because I know you told me passing once you were like you had to switch up a lot of stuff in terms
Yeah.
of like practice sessions and just getting everything down.
Yeah, it's a lot of different changes for me. Definitely one is like I stepped out of my comfort zone.
Why?
of-
How? What?
It's not my thing. Like I had to like really learn how Ruby's sound would be like, and how would she want it? Because you know,
Why is that out of your comfort zone? Is it just a different genre? Different?
no, it's not a different genre. It's just like it's not something that I usually do, which is you know, playing someone else's song.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Because we're usually in the band, you know, I play by whatever the song we arranged, and this is already arranged, and they want it to be like this. But since I love the music and I love hip hop, and you know Ruby, it's like I had to like step up, and it was a learning experience for me, I should say, because I'm around like all these great musicians,
What did you learn?
just learning to play on time. I never used the metronome, for example, when I play, so it's all like energy, like vibe.
Wait, so now did you use a
Now
metronome?
I'm using a metronome, like you know all this stuff. Like for me it went like really 0 to 100 real quick because I had to, but it worked out. Like I should say, you know, it's natural for me. Like me and the drums have this relationship where we're tight, but I have to like keep practicing. It's just like I have this natural like beat, and like you know it's the coordination, like what we talked earlier and what we talked about, and I just need to be keep practicing, like sharpen it. Like it's always a learning experience, you know, because I've been playing for a long time, but it's all like, all energy, all feels like, that my dynamics wasn't really that on, like it's all like metal in a metal scene, the harder you hit, it's like
The better.
Yeah, because you're dealing with like a bunch of like distortions,
Other
like heavy stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta match that shit. But like in this particular sound, I had to like tone it down.
You also learned a lot more dynamics.
Yeah, a lot more dynamics. So definitely like, shout out to all the folks from Balikbayans, especially Angelo and Mons, man. Let's do it. They were like the most influencer.
Who?
Angelo and Mons, our bass player and keyboardist. But everyone as well. I learned a bunch of new stuff from everyone, which made my playing a little better, I should say.
What was the experience like? Actually playing the show and being part of it, because like that must be a trip. Like seeing first launch of the album the year ago, before that, following the videos, then eventually meeting Ruby, and then going through the process of learning the tracks, and then even growing as a musician. I'm pretty sure that's a lot of experience to go through, and that's like even as a musician too.
Yo.
Even as a musician who's been in the game for a while and with multiple bands.
It was a trip. It was a trip, but I had so much fun. From the start that I started like meeting her, being on that crowd. I mean, I've been into the beat rock shows before she was signed, but just being actually there and playing for the people, it was a lot of like experiences. There's the only was for me, it was just the challenges was proving it to myself that I could do it, because it was a whole different thing. Like I was saying, it's not my comfort zone, but it worked out really well. Like I love how everything's turning out, and we actually got a show.
Oh, you got another one coming up?
Yeah, in LA, on the 19th, January 19th.
With Ruby.
With the Balikbayans,
The Balikbayans.
live at Bootleg Theater.
Oh, dope.
By the historic Filipino town.
Dope, man.
Let's get it.
So you also have a lot of practices and stuff.
We have one more coming up, and then we're getting ready. We're traveling down right after this weekend.
Damn.
That's like in 2 weeks. That's actually next week.
Oh, the 19th?
The show.
The show's on the 19th.
The 19th, on the Saturday.
Oh, that's Saturday after my school. I'm over at school already.
Yeah, man. I'll be in LA.
Damn.
It'll be my first time playing in LA too.
Really?
Ruby's taking us everywhere, I swear.
Hey, man. Like, it's dope.
Shout out to
It's dope,
Ruby.
man. Shout out to Ruby, circa 91. Please come on the podcast.
Let's go. I got you.
But, bro, that's hella dope just to be able to be, like, observing and then part of it and now growing through it. Where do you see yourself as we talked a little bit about one side of the fish head, right? Where you see yourself with SFxDC. Where do you see yourself with
this?
With drumming and your musicianship?
I feel like I could definitely like explore more, but at the same time, I want to keep doing it. This is it. Like, I want to share this story where there was one point during my transition on like handling clothing, the business and all that, and being me as a musician, I thought I was gonna quit.
Quit which one? Musician?
Drums, yeah.
Oh.
Thought I was gonna like let go, to be honest, because it's just not like it's not working. It's like it's not working. It's the drums are there, but it's just not like, for me personally, like I can't find the time. maybe it was just an excuse, maybe not, but this thing happened, and now, like, I had to like get on it. But then, you know, like, to be honest with you, I made a decision back then that I was not gonna quit because I got a tattoo about it, and it's like a drum key that I had it tattooed on me. Whatever I had it tattooed on me it means something. It
says a drum key, the one that you were kind of using to lock in your
lock in the you know the nut,
the low nuts and bolts of the drum set.
And you know,
interesting.
You know, I had it tattooed back when from my cousin when I went home.
It looks like an axe.
It's an axe because
okay.
I have a heavy influence in metal. And it has my initials on it, and you know that's kind of like a way of remembering that this is where you started. Don't let go. And I don't know why I had that feeling that I thought I was gonna quit because you know I want to handle more of what I saw my future in this, but then this is natural for me. Like, I'm a musician. But then, you know, the whole experience came about and it went back again because I got in touch with the community again, and it felt like I got pulled back. Now it got a little better, like, and you know, I'm never actually gonna try to forget. That's why me and the drums has that relationship that I was mentioning earlier.
It's something that you will just never give up.
Yeah, I don't think this will be forever too.
Damn, so that was like a borderline, like, what if moment of you deciding to quit or not.
Yeah, it felt like I was gonna quit already, but then
why was that feeling? Because you wanted to just dive fully into your clothing?
Yeah, like, you know, focus more in like, but you know, because I'm also like, I feel like when I get into like different stuff, I tend to lose my focus. But then I've had that. I realized that I've had it from the start. That's what I had since I start. Since then, I feel like I don't need to leave it. It's like it's already in me, and this thing that just added is like my new
the new fish head.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, but your core, you really feel you're just gonna stay with music.
Yeah, definitely. It's like something. It's the talent. It's my talent. Like, so my calling. I feel like, and it all lines up for me. You know that's what I've been telling people that I talk to, for like especially like last year. Everything lined up for me. Regarding with the business and with everything, like with work, with school, and with like the music, it all lined up for me. Feel like I have my direction, that I know where I'm going, and I know what I'm trying to do. It's just a matter of, you know, just making sure I get there.
So are you saying you want to do music professionally also?
Yeah, and actually more kind of like there's future goals, but I'll drop it. I wanna start my own drum company. Yeah.
What essence? Like creating the drums, or?
Yeah, like actually, you know how there's brands of like drums that you can get, like the cheapest one. That I know. I want to start my own and provide for the folks that I know who are just like me. Because I'm already like, I'm learning the business, and I feel like if I put on, I'm pretty good at doing that. If I put on this with that, would it fit? And you know, this is both my passion. I feel like, you know, it'll be crazy.
Music and business coming together.
Yeah. So that's the idea. Like I already know I cannot let go of the drums, and you know, the drums needs me to actually play. It's not gonna play itself.
Interesting. So when you say you have a relationship with the drums, do you feel it's like a calling? Like,
it's like a calling.
Like, what do you feel like is that relationship like? Is there a conversation that happens between you and the drums when you like
No,
play
it's just
in a sense?
no, it's more like my soul.
Ah.
Like when I get there, when I'm with the drums, it's like it's authentic, it's organic.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can't be Mykho without it,
Interesting.
because it really defines who I am.
That's dope that it's good that you
I found it.
that.
Yeah, I found that
You found
inside
that,
of me.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
You know
that
how other
connection.
people like rap, sing.
Yeah, yeah.
This is me right there.
Mm.
And it wasn't, I've been doing it back then, just a hobby, but then I finally accepted it.
I think that's beautiful, man. I think my soul is the beach. Just and fucking
Yeah.
puns and beach and jokes with family.
But yeah, once you realize what,
That core drive, like what drives you
Mhm.
and like what you're connected to, like that's super important.
yeah.
And you found that with the drums and all that. Do you think it's because you started that really young
Yeah.
and that
And like it never left. It's just me. You know how sometimes people are think like they think, oh, it's just a phase.
uh,
But no, it's not a phase. It keeps coming back. And I accepted it. I finally accepted it and realized that this is gonna be the life that I would definitely like share this with my kids.
Does your girlfriend also play music?
She plays a lot. She plays a little, but she sings.
Okay,
Yeah.
so y'all definitely will have a musical family.
Yeah, it's one of
That's
those. The click is it's like the vibes are really strong on music.
Hey, that's good.
I listen to it 24/7.
Same, bro. Same. Like sometimes I do feel that the power of music is not always known, or not. It's not as apparent until you experience it.
Yeah.
Because, like, for example, one time I was on some, let's call it, shiitake mushrooms, right? Let's call it.
You
Like,
was on that?
I was on
I did not
shiitake-
know that, bro.
on shiitake mushrooms,
Okay.
or let's call it.
Whoa.
What's another regular mushroom? What's
Shit, I don't know.
shiitake?
Shiitake, yeah. I know
Shiitake
what
is
that
a good regular
That's-
mushroom.
Yeah.
That you get at a grocery. Okay,
Okay,
so
yeah.
maybe this was just a powerful batch of shiitake mushrooms, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I was about to go really into like a bad spot, just bad trips and things like that.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, oh no, I can feel it going there. So I put on some Bill Withers and I put on some Lean on Me and some Ain't No Sunshine
Yeah,
When
yeah.
She's Gone. Bro, it became one of the best trips just
Yeah,
with
huh.
that music coming into my head and getting the wavelength of my brain, like frequency vibing at a certain spot.
I should say, I'm not an expert, but I
Yeah.
know how things work with the shiitake. It's like it's a psychedelic, and whatever you feel like you're thinking and whatever you're vibing into will enhance it.
And bro,
You definitely picked the right choice for you.
yes,
If
yes.
if it gave you like a good trip.
That also became like one of the best bonding moments because I ended up going to my mama and my sister, and I was playing on the piano. And then my mom ends up joining, like Lean on Me, and then it became a jam session at home. My sister busted out her guitar, and we were playing for like hours. I was like, "What the fuck? We've never
Yeah,
done this
right?
in a while." Like, it was just beautiful.
They probably saw your glow, or you see that when you see someone with when just doing what he or she loves. They probably saw it too right at that moment.
I feel it. Maybe I can't see glow and or energy, but I've had friends tell me like, "Oh, they can see the glow right now," like that.
No,
And
it's-
I've
it's
had
true.
people like tell me, "Oh, there's the glow. You're glowing right now." I'm like, "What the fuck? Where is it?"
Yeah, no, it's
But
just it's a
it's
yeah,
that energy,
it's
that
an
vibe,
energy.
right?
So I don't think it's real. It's always real when you see that,
Mm.
and it's real for that person as well.
I'm like, nah, bro. I just ate. That's why. It's
Yeah,
already past 12, bro. That's why I'm glowing like a motherfucker.
yeah. Let's go. That's definitely it. That's one thing for sure. It's the glow. The energy.
But do you think you see the glow of some
Yeah.
people like that? Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like that's happening to me when
When you play,
play.
you kind of get into the zone of your most
That's what I'm
authentic
saying.
self
Yeah,
and all that.
where it's like my most like
Centered.
center. Yeah.
Man, that's just beautiful to hear, and I think it's important for people to hear so that they also find that center for themselves.
Yeah, I've been
find what connects with them.
trying to tell people that like more,
Yeah.
because I'm around with so many folks, and there's folks that I feel like they have to find it, but some others already did, which is cool. And we're all just people, we gotta share.
I feel it. Sometimes I feel that I find it, then I'll go a week or two without it. Like, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah,
like I don't know if
It-
I have one specific thing that makes me get into that mode. But there are a few things that help, right? And then I get into a mode where I'm walking through the day and I'm in that centered mode. But then I lose it like a week or two later, and then it goes like it's back and forth, right?
it's always just the consistency. If you whatever it is that you have, or what you're thinking, or your center, if you put it in practice and it's part of your life, I feel like it should be something that you would do constantly. You know what I mean? And not just because it's one of these things. You want to do it because you love it, and not just because for any reason.
Have you ever gone over a period where you didn't drum, you didn't practice, and stuff?
That's what I'm saying. Where I thought I was gonna quit.
And then how did you feel like disconnected?
I did. I sure did.
When you're practicing at home, do you practice with a track? Do you have to practice with other people?
I'm mostly prefer with other folks, but if something that I'm getting ready to, like get knowing, like learning, if it's the learning part, then I'd listen to a track and do whatever it is. So, had to be on time.
Do you
had to sink in. You had to sink in.
So when you're like working on a new track with like say Boondock Squad, right? Do you kind of compose what the drum track will sound like in your head, and then you mess around?
Yeah.
Where does that flow and inspiration come from?
The it's more like I work with my bandmates, right? So I listen to what they share and whatever the arrangement is, and then I put my thing in there. I add it. But usually, sometimes it starts with me. Like I make the beat, and then really depends on the creative process, I should say. But mostly it's like that. It's like
so a lot of your a lot of your production style sounds like it's very collaborative.
Yeah, it's very mostly because I'm still the youngest in the band, but the back then when we started, I was the youngest, and I listen. I'm all ears, and then I put in my share.
That's interesting because I'm just listening to you right now, right? And I'm trying to dive into like what the creative flow looks like for you, and learn from it, because I'm not a drummer, so I don't really know how that goes. And then I'm comparing it to other modes of creation, like for example, poetry or writing, even writing raps can be very solitary.
Yeah.
And where I'm just right here. I'm just typing, writing, and it's just me in my own head. Versus what you're just saying right now, it sounds like this process for you is very collaborative, very bouncing off the energy and vibe of other people, and then that creates the skeleton for the track and everything.
Cause I don't know, it feels that way with me and the drums. And just because it's it's the drums, it's not like, I feel like it's, how beats doesn't really like, it's not like notes. It's how it's
like X. It has in the notes is an X thing. Yeah.
Note, how notes has like, different from A to G.
Yeah.
It has like all different meanings. For beats, you just gotta be on time and on point. That's why I started learning the drums, because I feel like that was me. I was never, back then when I first started learning, like I wasn't really like I was, let's just say I'm lazy to like memorize this shit. But when I jump in, but when I listen to it, I can jump in easily. It's for me, it's natural. Like it's boom, bap, boom, boom. I speak like that too when I talk to my bandmates. Like I speak in beats, like boom. So it's like that's me. Like it's natural already.
Interesting. So maybe there are just certain things that pull people differently. Like especially even when it comes to music, like you're more pulled towards the beats and
the
stuff, rhythm. And then when I got into music, it was always like some love shit, right? So like the singing and like the message behind it, and then trying to sing and woo someone, right? But then my rhythm is so bad, bro. Like I can sing on tempo, like, and on beat, but tell me to produce a track with a good drum behind it, sounds like shit. Like my best tracks come from like loops. Like when I'll get somebody else's like beats behind it, or goddamn Logic saves me with their drummer. They have a drummer track, and you just put like how intense you want. I'm like, oh, this sounds good. Yeah, like that. No, I can tell when something sounds good.
Yeah,
but to do it myself, like, bro, it's actually another new skill.
You can learn it. It's never too late.
Okay, never too late.
It's a learning process when it comes to that. You just gotta keep practicing,
bro. And what I think surprises me or impresses me the most is just doing things off beat, like, or on a different hit with your left hand, right hand, left foot or right foot. Like, what the fuck? Like, I just. Like sometimes with that 1, 2, 3,
it's
like that, right? The coordination. I have to work through it myself.
You gotta work through it yourself. You gotta be able to like juggle it. Like separate your left and your right.
Bro, I bet you're a fucking pro at that. Rub your belly, pat your head shit.
And then switch it.
Damn, you know
I do that shit every time. That was like the first training. That's drum 101 for folks who didn't go to drum school.
So you never had like professional lessons?
No professional lessons whatsoever. It's just a lot of apprentice, a lot of watching, a lot of learning by yourself.
Damn,
that's all.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah,
right. Like,
but I do want to learn. I want to. That's actually one of my goals is. Be able to read notes with drums.
Can you do those drum things where you're like flipping your stick and you're
like the drum line? Yeah,
drum line.
Not really, but it's just a matter of practice.
All practice.
I actually wanted to join the drum corps back in high school, but didn't got the chance. But it's all good.
Why didn't you?
It was just too late.
Time. Oh.
Yeah, and I was adjusting. It's like,
I feel it.
but if I started as a freshman, then definitely,
Bro, I'm going through home videos right now, and I'm
Yeah.
converting them. I just found videos from me in middle school band playing my trumpet.
You were in band.
I was
you were
in
a
band, bro. I
played
played
trumpet?
trumpet. Yeah, I used
So
to love it.
You still play?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore?
I have a trumpet sitting there. I kind of want to reconnect. Shout out to Vic. I actually borrowed that like 4 years ago. Shit.
It's
but-
never too late. You should always just kind of like think on where are you gonna put it.
What do you mean?
Where are you gonna like use it? Like where and why, and
I think there is actually a pull for me to get back to it. At least just basic. I want to play some smooth basic ones. But I do feel like I'm being pulled in so many directions because I have to learn the piano for producing and for doing tracks. So at least the basic chords.
Yeah.
And then I'm on my guitar. I took a guitar class just to like
I was gonna
get on
say,
that.
I was gonna ask because I knowing that when you do your podcast and all that stuff, so you did learn audio
Yeah, I went to audio recording
classes,
school.
Yeah, audio.
Yeah, I did vocational school for that for like 18 months after high school. So a year after high school, I came back to LA, and then I did this program at Los Angeles Recording School.
Yeah, I heard about.
So I know all about like just the technical side and stuff because I wanted to get into the music industry. and
There you
stuff.
go. Yeah.
But what I was lacking during that time actually was like musicality. Because I've always sang, I've always been in choir, things like that in high school, but I never played piano or guitar. So I was super lacking that. And so I picked up the guitar like maybe 2016, like that. So I'm in the process of relearn catch up. I'm on catch up right now.
I
for
feel it.
Guitar, piano, and everything.
But I mean, look where it got you though.
I know.
I see like that this is really great. Like how you started this podcast
Thanks,
and all
man.
that, man.
I'm like,
Respect for you. You're tapping in with everyone,
bro, I mean, I paid for the equipment. I'm like, use this shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Right,
yeah.
right.
And this can be as big as you. This could be as bigger than you think it will be. Like that's why I fuck with you like organically. It's like you and me kind of like think the same.
I think
when
so
it comes
too.
to when it comes to the business and
Yeah, I think so too.
That's what I actually wanted to like bring out because it's that was kind of like my agenda for SFxDC. It's like I wanted to like share it to a lot of people that I think could relate, and I wanted to I wanted to feature a lot of different folks under the name and under the my experience, because whatever I'm releasing into, like, this is now the other fish head talking.
Go ahead.
It's like coming right back, yo.
Go ahead.
It's just whatever it is that my idea with this other agenda, and I want whatever it is that I'm releasing, especially, is an experience for me. It's like or like whatever it is, that's whatever design it is, and whatever it's coming from me, and it's an experience or it's an idea that I wanted to share with the people who I know could relate to it.
So it's a very personal experience that you're putting into this SFxDC, but it sounds just also connected with the experience of connecting with others.
Yeah, that's
like
it.
through
That's exactly
your
it. Just like
through your work.
this. It's like this mask.
I know all your goddamn ravers.
Shout out to all my shout out to Lit Squad. I released this with this rave fam that I know.
A rave fam?
It's a rave fam.
Lit fam?
Lit Squad. It's called Lit Squad. They out here. They're probably the biggest. I don't know how big they are, but they have a bunch of like folks.
Hey, you have to get this back. This inspired me because now I'm like, I want to make some of this because people up in Berkeley, there's some fucking rave heads there. Shout out,
tell.
you know who you are.
I can tell.
Fucking rave heads going to every Bill Graham concert.
Oh my god, yeah, that's all of my homies too. Like that's all they do. But you know, I've been in that.
Yeah,
I've been there. I've been
Yeah,
there, and I love how it's so crazy, but at the same time, it's like it unites everyone.
Interesting. You know,
The whole idea with Plur. Oh my god.
depends on how you go into it. I'll say depends on how you go into it, because I was all into the raves like 2010. 2010,
That's
2011.
True. That's true.
I was going in like almost every
month.
month, like the Nocturnals, Insomniacs. But I was doing it for the wrong reason.
Oh,
I was going there to get fucked up. I was like trying to escape by rolling and stuff. So like my intention wasn't always to connect, right? Now, if you go into it in that mindset of like, yo, let's go with my fam, let's go like connect, let's do this as a like a fun time with your crew,
with your
for
gang,
us, for on that Plur shit, it's definitely there.
Yeah.
But if you're doing it for the escape to
yeah.
fucked up and to like try, I remember all my mentality was, I'm gonna go get girls at this point. That was all I'm fucking doing.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't the best. And then after like 5 months of going almost every other week, I felt the stupidest, bro. Like, there was 1 week where I was like walking around, I was like,
and
wow,
you're drained the fuck out, huh?
Yeah, I needed my 5 HTP, bro.
Shit.
But on some Plur shit though, there really is that experience, right? And you made this for that.
Yeah, I made it for that. But also, you know, festivals is dusty.
Yeah, that's true.
No, there's hella reasons, and you know, just the recent, I received a lot of like interest. I received a lot of like inquiries about it during the fire.
Yeah,
you know, how the air is hella bad. And I was like, damn, I didn't have any in stock. And sorry, guys.
Yeah, you should upgrade to get to the one where it has the insertable. So that it's like the N95 mask.
Yeah, it's like, I know there's a sleeve where you switch out.
So you can have like the actual filter that's like good for that level of like contamination in the air. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Right?
All the smoke and the fires here, like
I heard something about the smoke and the fire, whatever the people inhaled, just made everyone's thing
throat
lungs,
fucked up. Yeah. Dude,
which is true. Like, I'm still dealing with it.
It was the worst air in the world at one point. Like the PQI or something. Yeah. The particles that were in the air, and then people were like, they were told, "Yo, stay inside."
Yeah, and when shit like that pops up, I do believe it. That's why it's
because we're not only smoking. I mean, we're not only smoking weed, but you're also breathing in like burnt cars, buildings, the plastics, the petroleum. Things. Right? It's not just
it's all
trees.
Up in the air.
Right?
It's bad. And that's actually, you know, what we should have. Well, how do you think I should say this? Like, people could have got ready for that, but actually, people are ready. But then it's just like,
I guess
I think people are not just others are not taking it seriously.
Yeah, and
just because I hear some folks, like especially folks that I know, that it's even way bad. Like it's bad, even bad in the Philippines. Like, and it's normal when you're in there. But, you know, I feel like, no, but why would they tell people? Like,
yeah, it's bad. It's bad in either case, right? Yeah. Just because it's bad there doesn't mean you shouldn't protect yourself.
Yeah, no, right? But because I know in the Philippines for sure, like, it's when I was there, it's pollution. Yeah, pollution is different than the burnt stuff. Yeah. Pollution is just like coming from cars and whatever. Yeah. And it's all crowded because it's all happening in one area.
Manila, yeah. I mean, you go out, and you're like, wow, it's fucking nice. Yeah. Bro, that's why I don't like Manila anymore.
Yeah, like the city, when you're in the city in the Philippines, everything is in there, and that's why it's polluted.
That's why all the rich people are just in air conditioned.
Yeah,
in their cars, right?
And if you're if you like leave the city area and you go to the provinces, it's like fresh.
Fucking nice, man.
That's what I'm saying. The pollution stays in one area, but then the burnt thing is actually different. What happened here is different from the Philippines. So the folks who actually thought that no, it doesn't affect them. Joke's on you.
Who's coughing now? Asthma. Don't complain.
For real though, for real.
But it was a trip. It was like, because I did get that. I had some residents in my at the dorm, and I was like, bro, put a mask on. And then he was an international student. He's like, bro, it's like this in India all the time. I'm like, okay, but dog, your lungs are getting fucked up, man.
Whatever you're breathing right now is fucked.
Yeah, that's why. Okay, SFxDC. let's get a collab with 3M.
3M, right? Damn, that's a lot of marketing right there. I would be able to tap into like the whole what do you call this? Carpentry and all that. In industrial. Oh my god.
Yep. But I think that is though one of the reasons why I vibe with the brand, because it's very personal. It's very community oriented. It's very connected with like local artists.
Yeah, shout out to all the artists who rocks with me. They still there. It's a big year for us coming 2019. I feel like I'm trying to get everyone involved in this big thing that I'm working on. And actually, I can actually share it right now.
Okay, share it. Exclusive release. Oh, he's busted open.
I have a big ass bag here.
The bag, okay.
Like, merch.
Also, the chrome bag. Shit, fancy as fuck. That shit sells. That's expensive. I sold my sister's chrome bag for her once.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, how much did you get it for?
I forgot, 100 plus, right?
Yeah.
Like it's whatever the market value was, I got it like close to it and just close like $20 off or something like that.
Yeah. I got mine years ago from Craigslist.
Yeah. I sold mine on Craigslist.
Yeah. Because I never really want to get something brand new.
Me neither, man. That's the business in our heads, bro.
You gotta be smart about this shit. It's not like you don't really need it brand new unless
A lot of my equipment I get off Craigslist. I bought my laptop off Craigslist.
Yo, for real?
Like, and it became $600 cheaper. I was like,
you have a fucking tight setup.
Thank you. I got the keyboard off Craigslist.
And you even have one more here.
Yeah.
What do you do here?
I didn't
have like your set up. Preview monitor?
Yeah, I was going to put like SFxDC shit on that.
Hey,
I just didn't have it set up today because I have to buy a new streamer thing. So, because the Apple TV, I once connected it there and then screencast from my iPad. But then I'm just bought a Chromecast instead because it's being used somewhere else. So next time.
I like it, bro. I love it.
Yeah. You'll see it in another episode I did, the last one, but I didn't have it. Sorry, I didn't have it.
It's all good. It's all good.
But we got the actual merch.
Yeah, no,
let's see. Okay, this is a new one. This is a new design.
That's some dad hats that I came about.
What do you call this design?
It's like the Octa dad hats. Octa meaning octagon.
Why is it octagon?
Because it's
8-sided.
8-sided. No. The design. Yeah.
Okay. Sucker free dumb city, fam.
Yeah. We'll set it up like this. We can just
Are these dad cap sizing?
Dad hats, yeah. It's one size fit all. You can adjust the straps in the back.
Nice.
And then this is that classic hoodie, the punk rock hoodie. Yeah.
But this is a different. Is this a different material than you printed on the gray one?
Yeah. You remember how
the gray ones were nice.
Yeah. Remember how I keep telling you that
that was like some special.
Yeah. I try on different materials. From now and then.
Yeah.
Because I want to see how people receive it.
Yeah.
And this is like probably that's the people actually buy that shit a lot, and then. This one's like the 420 T-shirt that I came
I seen that.
So shout out to Girl Scout cookies. I took that picture myself.
What's the Girl Scouts cookie? That's a dispensary?
No, it's it's the strain. The weed strain, the best one in the Bay Area.
What? Girl Scouts
Scout
cookies?
Yeah.
Bruh, I'm off weed now. It's like, I was off it for like 5 years, right? 2013. Then your boy tried again just to get back into it, just to test the waters. I was like, oh, I take a little mole size amount, just the size of this goddamn mole. I'm like, okay, I'm feeling. And then
a pipe.
I made like a homemade gravity ball.
Oh my
just
God,
like with a
yeah.
water bottle, right?
What kind of
And
strain is it?
I have no. I think it was more indica, but I don't know the specific name. I was
Okay.
like, I was like, okay, it's not that much.
You know, it's always like when you smoke, you should always think about what you're about to do or when are you gonna smoke it? Because
intentions,
yeah,
setting,
because there's this day weed and the night weed, sativa and
indica. Yep. But
people,
so
people you really use it
my
for
intention was like, all right, let me use this. I'm gonna make some music, man. I'm gonna get into my
sativa.
music.
You should don't
And
use
then-
indica.
But I just took a small amount. And then I was like, I'm not feeling it. Then I take another small amount, just the size of this damn mole, bro. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of feeling it. I listened to the track that I played for you,
Yeah.
right? And then I got hella analytical. I was like, oh, okay, I can hear it all now, right? And I have to improve my singing this way. I'm being super analytical about my singing and how I can improve it, things like that. Then it took a fucking turn. And then
And
I
you
was
crashed.
like, I was like overthinking everything, getting anxiety, thinking about like,
it's the smoke, the thing you smoked.
yeah. And
It
then,
wasn't really for that.
And then I called my sister. I was like, "Ate, some shit is going on."
Yeah,
And then had her like calm me down. She came over to like talk to me and shit.
Yeah.
I was so happy though that it's all legal and everything, right?
Yeah, right.
Because I was even getting paranoid about shit. Like
what you
I was like,
did.
yeah, if it wasn't legal, I would have been so scared.
Yeah.
Like in my head. But then after that, I decided, all right, I'm just gonna smoke with my ate now or something, or like
No, it's
when
just
they're around.
You should always know what you're taking.
Like
Or
the strain.
Strain. So you would be able to use it properly. This is for us recreational smokers, but
Yeah.
people actually use this as medicine.
Yeah, yeah.
And one thing though, like if you want to create and smoke and create like that, always go in sativa. Sativa gets you right here.
I used to be so into all the strain. Like back in 2010, I had my med card.
Yeah, you did.
I used to go to all the dispensaries.
Yeah.
I would look on reviews online of the
Reviews,
different
yeah.
strains and their effects. And then in 2013, I just took a break because I just did
Too
it too
much.
much in Coachella. And then, because I was, same shit
Yeah,
that happened to
same
me in
shit, right?
Coachella. I was like, I got a little too much. And then I left the group. I was with my sister. And I was like, hey, y'all, I'm going to just go over there. And then I start walking away and shit. And then I texted my sister.
Don't do that.
I texted my sister. I was like, Ate, I'm too high. Come get me, please. Like
Yeah.
that. And then I decided to take a break since then. But I just realized I have a personality that kind of uses substances for an escape. And that ain't good. That shouldn't be the case. I should only use it.
That's how most people use it, to be honest.
Yeah,
And
but
it's
at
bad.
least
It's
it's
actually
bad.
bad. It's
yeah.
bad.
I think it's only good, at least for me, I'm just only speaking personally, it's good if I use it for an accent for like quality time with like family and things
There
like
you
that.
go, yeah.
Like, for example, I was with my family and we watched Childish Gambino.
Oh, you guys
And
did?
then I just took
yeah.
just a small puff off a little vape.
And
And
you're
then I was good. I was like, wow, this is great.
Right.
But I didn't abuse it. I wasn't using to like
Yeah.
get fucked up or anything. It was
Get-
just like
get
a little
enhanced.
accent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
enhanced.
And I was like, this is good.
It's
This
an
is good.
enhancer, I should
Yeah.
say.
So, lesson: everything in moderation.
Everything, man. Even with
Everything.
food, right? That's why we're on a diet.
Yeah, and use it intentionally.
Intentionally.
Okay, back to this. What you got for us?
Besides the hats, I got this is the
The
newest
new one, the new tribal,
Yeah.
like, right? What do you call the
It's-
design?
It's
So this has SFxDC and it has design.
It's Kunik
within.
sweaters that has a tribal print on it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually never came up with it. I haven't officially released it, but it's been out.
Really? You haven't released it, but people have been
People have been getting it from me directly. Online though, I haven't been releasing it, but it's coming. I'm bringing it on tour as well. It's this is actually there you go. I actually have something. I called it something. It's the Filipino American History Month special. Exclusive.
The back is nice.
Because the whole meaning.
Okay, I fuck with it. Okay.
Check one.
All right, if you know your history.
Yeah.
Oh, since 1587.
Yeah.
Who arrived 1587?
Our
Do we
people.
know?
But
Filipino American. Dope.
The whole idea behind it is
We'll talk. I have got an idea for you. We'll talk after the session.
Yeah, okay.
For some secret shit.
secret. But yeah, on this one, it's my Kuya designed this. He came up with the tribal. You know how this is a relationship from the whole pattern means people, and then the waves, and then it goes on. The pattern repeats itself, but it's person, water, land, and then sky. And these patterns has been the same that people in the Philippines, our ancestors has been using, and I just included it on the design of SFxDC, just like what I was telling on my story. It is my personal thing, and that's why I called it Filipino X American, because the design concept is about first of all, the letters, which is my story here, and the ancestors, the background of being Filipinos. And I feel like I gotta highlight since 1587 because our people came here.
Where did they arrive?
At Morro Bay.
Hey.
Yeah. And I gotta celebrate it, and I wanted a timing of when to release it, which is the Filipino American History Month last year.
So, a little history. History time with Mykho and KuyaChris.
Just get it.
What happened in 1587? Where did they land, and who were they?
It's the Filipinos. They landed in Morro Bay.
So
in
they
the USA.
They jumped off Spanish galleon ships.
They
right?
sure did.
And they were like, fuck these colonizers.
Fuck this shit.
Fuck this shit. We're slaves on this goddamn ship.
It's either this or we fucking adventure. Or
and then
we try hard. We die or get rich or
die trying. So they actually, I believe I read this one piece where they were sent to scout around the California coast by the Spanish galleon, and then they just didn't return.
They dipped out. They
were like, all right, let's check the coast.
Yeah.
And then once they got here, they were like, outie, bro.
Yeah, you would never take that out from someone.
Yeah, man. So think about that. There's probably some Mexican family that has Filipino blood in them because during that time, 1500s, that was when Mexico was still, and indigenous communities, Native Americans were in the West Coast. Yeah. And then those coming up from Mexico City and that whole West Coast, which eventually became Mexico land, right? But there's probably even Native American communities that might have Filipino bloodline in there.
That's what I'm saying. If it wasn't for that thing, it was a blessing, but at the same time it was really not the way we were supposed to be here. But that made it that opened up for a lot of us,
Is it crazy? We didn't learn any of that shit in high school. Right, we didn't learn about the Louisiana Filipinos at all in high school.
Because just I believe on how they run this place. It's they wouldn't tell you that because once you know it, you would probably go against it, and you wouldn't treat this place as as your home. And that's how I feel like it's bad that they treat everyone like that, and they give us that certain knowledge now. Oh, this is the land of milk and honey, but behind it, it's like it's all.
It's all the milk and honey is owned by corporations.
Yeah, no, it's
that
just
sell you back the milk and the
Yeah.
honey at a premium.
Yeah, it's like it's not a good thing.
Mm.
That's why people who educate us like this, like people who we learn this from, is well they're all woke, but it's always good to know. Even though we enjoy all of this privileges being here, it's always good to know what's happening, and whatever the problem is, and hopefully people will make it right, and people would decide what to do as long as they're staying here. I feel like this country is not really permanent per se for me.
What do you mean?
Like just how things work. And
Are you saying, do you think you're going to retire in the Philippines?
no, I
Is that-
am saying that it's never a promise for everyone here.
Oh, so like the promise of like prosperity is not as simple as
Yeah.
it's made out to be in the quote unquote American dream.
Yeah.
And it's not as egalitarian or equal as
Yeah.
it's portrayed to be. I feel you.
Because it is what it is. Like that's why people have to really work hard and really have the game plan to be able to like make it here.
That's why I feel that community organizing, not especially even economic community organizing, is important.
Yeah.
Because that's how you are able to collectivize people and then defend places like the Pinoy capital, defend
Yeah.
communities, like without having it broken apart again, like again and again. Because we've seen it again and again happen, right?
Yeah.
Like Little Manila in Stockton getting broken up because of development. Right, you see gentrification now hitting like Excelsior and like Soma, but at least you have like initiatives like Soma Pilipinas, which kind of fight back to
That's what
find
I'm
ways
saying,
to defend the area.
and these are all the folks that I be around with through my music, through my clothes, and I just to sum it up, like this is what we need to think about, like as a community, as personally, and as a group.
You're in all the spaces. Do you consider yourself an activist?
I don't actually, because I'm with the folks, but I can't see myself doing all that. Because if I did, I would have lost all my my time, my creative. I'm all about the idea and the concept of our defending our whatever's ours, but I can't be out there like being activist as fuck, like it's just not me. That's what
But
I'm
you're
saying.
in the spaces.
Yeah, I am in the
where they're-
spaces.
where
Yeah,
they all
that's
are
what I'm
at.
saying. Like when people ask me what do you do or what I contribute.
I contribute.
This is me. Like, I represent. I would represent hard as fuck if you ask me. That's where my purpose is, like, because I gotta be real with myself. I'm not all that. I was never that, but I'm with the people and
you support their
I support
initiatives.
the initiatives, because I do believe in the the idea of what we have here. because we are in a different country.
So you found your method of contributing.
Yeah, that.
And your avenue of doing so.
Yeah, the music, art.
Cool. Before we end, I want to actually talk about another aspect of you. You are a caregiver.
Yeah.
And you've been working on that for like how long? Have you been working as a
Probably is my this per se. This is my my day job. I'm on it. I've been on it for about 5 years now.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I've been on and off jobs, but it's like I had I thought I was so I work at the airport. I work at like the restaurant business, and I work as a caregiver. And out of the like between the like different jobs, I find myself doing caregiving as natural, because for me it's like I'm helping others. At the same time, it's easy. It's pretty like it's not that job. You gotta be sweating all the time.
But you have weird hours. You just told me you've been up since like 12 a.m.
Yeah, like
today.
today. It's a matter of like. Personally, for me, it's like it fits my schedule. I'll be able to like do all of whatever it is during the day, and before going to work, I would take a nap and then come to work.
What's the experience like? Because actually, we've never had a caregiver like on this podcast.
Yeah, it's the experience is very like it makes you grateful of what you have, and because I work personally with like disabled adults, and they can't do anything for themselves. Some can do, some are independent, but some are like, you gotta really help them out.
Like full assist. They
Full
need like
assist,
restroom, diaper, shower,
eating,
like that. Eating,
all necessities. You gotta help them out with that, and it just makes you think how great we all have, how perfect we are. I mean, how we're living our lives like in a good way, but then we have these folks. It makes you, it makes you, I should say, like, it puts you in a level of understanding how these people can't just live without someone's help, which is, it's sad, but at the same time, that's what it is. It's life, and people actually care for each other. It makes me a better person, I should say, and it gave me a lot of patience when it comes to like dealing with people. It makes me understand them more, because some folks that I deal with don't even speak, so you got to learn how to like communicate with them through just whatever it is. So
maybe that's why you're super into energy and vibe.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
like, because sometimes you can't just talk.
Yeah, people can just like look at you and I already know what you feel like, and yeah, I feel like that's kind of like the reason why I'm into that, and I talk a lot, I talk more about that kind of stuff, because I work like with folks who can't really like speak for themselves or like help them out. They gotta need assistance and all that shit.
How does this job kind of make you think of your own family and future? Because like honestly, I think I've shared with you, like I have a grandma who needs like full assist and helping, and we're trying to find like the best care possible. And I know I've had this conversation with people, like ideally in the Filipino family, they're at home, right? They're with the family at home.
Yeah.
But then a big change is coming here to the US where everyone's working. So like you can't just have someone at home, especially if they need assistance, right? And then if nobody in the family is available to be at home, like then the care option becomes like a care home,
yeah.
right? But then that's not the norm in the Philippines. Either there's somebody in the community if you're in like the province and you're able to be there, or if you're a little more well off in the Philippines, there's like home care. It's more affordable in the Philippines, but it's totally different here. What thoughts do you have about that, and what does this job like? How has it made you think about your own family and your own future, even?
It just made me better on understanding how a Filipino family is orchestrated. Like how every how
Do you
have
have
you ever heard about like our parents thought about us as their investments,
Mhm, mhm.
and whatever they do for us, they expect it to come back in a way of support when they get old. That's exactly what has been going on for our in our families, but
Mm,
our life here doesn't really, I can't do that.
mm,
But I know folks who still would want to do it, who like bring the tradition of, oh, you'll be at home and we'll take care of you. And I certainly didn't don't I certainly want that to happen for my family, but we would it's a matter of like who's gonna take care if you're out there working. And that's what you told me. It's like, so when what I think about what I pick up when I'm working, like when I pick up when I work on like the like jobs like this is, how can I provide for my folks if they reach that certain age, is I'll definitely like try to make arrangements, not to like get them out. I mean, not to like actually get them like at home, but not to like leave them to a care home, but an arrangement that could be, it should be like, it should be both ways. Like I feel like it's because it's hard. I know how it makes me think very. It makes me believe wow, I am gonna reach that,
Get to that point.
that point, and I'm gonna decide whether what should I do or and what not. But and I feel like it could be arranged in a way where how I would look at it as a as something I'm still learning upon it. Parang just how like you're telling me about your lola and all that. I personally have my my I only have one grandparent left,
Mm.
to be honest, and she's still like, she travels back and forth here.
Philippines?
Yeah, here,
Oh.
Philippines, and with others, with her other kids from different, from like Taiwan and all that. And I certainly want to see her more, but it depends on the situation. So it's like, it's a matter of that, and she's living on her own, but with like family around her. And I feel like I would like to have my folks, my parents, to be really close to me, because we are pretty. Me and my family are close, and at the end of the day, like when it comes to that point, I don't think I would like them to be like really far. So it depends on the person, but I would arrange someone who could be there in my home
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
be with them.
Yeah.
But I would never send them back or send them somewhere. It's just for me
Yeah.
personally, because I'm coming from a job like this,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I know how it feels. And yeah, some folks do that, but some folks,
Do you have Filipino clients, or was it mainly?
I've had one, and families are active. They come out almost every week.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's like same as other ethnicities. Like if families are like deeply involved, they would show it.
Man, that's a trip. Like, just to think about that job and what it exposes you to, because it does expose you to like mortality and like the thought of like, yo, we're all gonna be old, right? We're all gonna get there eventually one day, right? And then, because sometimes I don't even think about that.
Yeah, not a lot of people think about it.
Yeah,
they live. I certainly, me too. I live by the moment.
Yeah.
But we are all gonna face that at some point. And I feel like when that time comes, I feel like we should all be ready.
I feel it.
And hopefully, everything that we treasure, or everything that we need to like forgive, and you've finished all of that. I think that's the most important thing in life.
I feel it. Thanks for sharing.
Of course, man.
That shit's like heavy. Coming to the end, I like asking, what are 3 pieces of advice that you would give to your younger self, or a younger dude who's very much like you?
3
pieces of advice. Maybe the idea of like someone immigrating at, how old are you? 14? That was old. That's that's old to immigrate. Old. Yeah, someone immigrating, maybe a young musician, or someone even
just anything in particular.
Anything in particular.
3 pieces of advice.
Or even someone trying to start their own little clothing project.
Yeah. I should say, in general, like, be yourself. Definitely, without being what you are, your truest form, you're not gonna be able to figure it out. Anything else, you gotta figure out who you are.
Truest form. It made me think of Dragon Ball Z. Final form.
Be yourself. Definitely be cautious around. Be cautious. Be aware of whatever is going on around you. Everything in general, and make sure to believe in God. I do believe in God. So yeah, believe in God, because it's been real for me lately.
How so?
It's just like being in raised as a Catholic. I somehow fell out of my faith, and I recently got it back, and then everything lined up. I feel
interesting.
Like it I don't know. Maybe he did something, but I do believe in him, and I was raised like that. But I fell off a little bit during, how it's. I wanted an escape.
I feel it. Yo, I was raised Christian, duh.
Yeah, with the name.
But I eventually fell out of it because of like, I don't like the vindictiveness of some religious parts, or the control aspect, or the history behind it, right? But every time I'm scared, I always go, oh shit, Lord, please protect me. Like that. Like I always go back to it.
You still, when you're scared, you pray to someone.
Yeah. When I was getting fucking paranoid when I was high and shit, I was like, Lord, please protect me. Please bring me down.
Yeah, I feel like it's just within the people, and it's a matter of what do you believe in,
and what works for you.
What's for you, what works for you, because I believe in all the folks who people pray for someone in or something, but it's all different for others. And we always have to have a faith in something,
So yours was be yourself, be cautious,
be aware,
and then believe in God.
Cause when you have all that three, I feel like you can take anything.
What do you mean be aware?
Like, I guess just be aware. I'm meaning you know what, you gotta know the difference between good and bad.
Like be reflective and think and see
Yeah.
everything going
So
on.
if you know you did something good, you know you're good, right? You know, or you're fine. But if you did something bad, you know it's coming back for you. So
really?
be aware.
Karma, bitch.
Karma. Energy, bitch. Dragon Ball, bitch.
Final form. Hey.
But yeah, that's all. Like, I feel like in general, folks would understand what I mean when I say that.
Dope. I would want to ask you, would you like to close it off with a freestyle on the drums?
Oh my god, no.
No.
I don't know. I don't have any beats yet. I think, can I just close it by plugging?
Yeah.
something?
You know what? What if I put on an instrumental or
Oh my
some
god.
other, and then
Maybe you can do that too. Okay.
Okay,
alright.
okay. But first plug.
Alright, yeah.
Plug and last shout outs, and then we'll close it off with like a little freestyle. I'll find some instrumental to put
All right,
on.
you gotta
And
put
then-
me on because I can't. I wanna hear something new to be able to freestyle.
Okay, hopefully I'll try.
Okay,
I'll
okay,
try to
okay.
find something. I'm not sure if I have something that doesn't have that much already of a drum in there.
Yeah, maybe
but-
just like a chord progression or whatever you started.
Okay, let's see if it pops up.
Yeah, that's all.
Alright.
Actually, do you want to play your guitar?
Oh, I could.
You gotta mic yourself in though.
Yeah, I could do that. I can do like a certain chord progression.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Because I feel like that's how people jam.
Okay, we'll
I'll
have.
freestyle with that.
Okay, I haven't played guitar. It's
all good, it's
okay,
all
but
good.
we'll see where we go. But do your plug.
Yeah.
Let's see what's up.
You plug this shit real quick. I'm coming out this year with a magazine. man.
Hey.
The journey from day one and up to whatever's going on with the life right now.
What's your plan with it? What's your goal?
I want to release this maybe around August, and this magazine will tell everybody what SFxDC is about and the story and the folks behind it, and just for people to expect and what to expect and what not to expect. But you know what I mean. I want this to be like the existence of
Bro,
it.
I have to connect you with this lady. I just did a podcast session with her.
Word.
Isabel Bugsik, and she just did a whole magazine too.
That's
she
what I'm
called
saying,
it
yeah.
Brown Papaya. And
Yeah, I think I know who they are.
Yeah?
Because I've been doing research for
Yeah? Yeah.
just
it was
to know.
Bro, it looked
Just to know.
fucking
Yeah, just
dope.
link me out. We need to link
Okay,
up.
I'll link you. Like
Link
they
up.
did a really good layout and everything.
Yeah, and it's coming. It'll be released sometime on the anniversary.
Bro, you
So-
know what's interesting is that even on this podcast, even if you've shared and stuff, I feel that you're very low key about talking about your own project. Like you're very how would I say, like, okay, you could call it humble, but then it's very low key about like you're not stunting yourself
Yeah.
that much.
No,
Right? But you can stunt. I'm just saying
Yeah.
you have shit going on, but yeah, you don't your stunting comes out in marketing shots and stuff, but when we actually talk and stuff, it doesn't come off like as this like, yo, you have to check out my brand, it's the best. Like,
No, yeah. I learned. I started like this, so I don't think. But people are very receptive, and I feel like I want the products to speak for itself.
okay.
I don't need to do all that unless it's like it's not that good. I feel like that way, and it's I wanted for folks to be. I always have this my alter ego, right? I want people to be like mind blown with whatever I'm doing. Be like, yo, I want to win every fucking fan that would or like folks that supports me to be like, yo, I'm in. I want that feeling. I want that energy. And then I'm gonna bring it back at you.
Okay. There we go.
That was it. Like that's all I keep. Like that's what keeps me motivated. I don't want to talk about it too much. I'll just do it.
I feel it.
And then I want to feel like folks' energy about it, and then we'll bring it back because that's how I work.
So this is the next project for people to watch out for.
Yeah, it will contain everything that you would want to know and whatever's next and whatever's new. This project will be released very soon this year, and I feel like this could represent us, my people, and everyone that fucks with me. And this is gonna be the culture.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay, when should we see it by?
Just probably expect it mid-August or something.
Mid-August.
Yeah, it will be right at the anniversary.
Oh, okay. Damn, we're gonna see a lot in August. There's definitely gonna be a drop. There's gonna be like the magazine, some new clothes and all that.
Performance, and you're already in performance. I got the folks with me.
Okay.
We got the gang with it, the Balikbayans, the Boondock squad.
Okay, damn.
I got a lot of homies.
Shit, I gotta make sure I'm here in August. I might be in the Philippines.
Oh, but I'll keep you posted.
Satellite party in the Philippines. Simultaneous launch.
Yeah. Live. Oh shit.
No, live drop of a Philippine edition shit.
I was hopefully I'd be able to take this there. That's the goal to like.
We'll talk
globally. But yeah, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate you.
Thanks, man. Much love.
Right on.
All right, you did all your shout outs?
Oh,
any other shout outs?
I don't think I have any more, but shout out to everyone watching.
Okay, last message to anyone before we do our freestyle.
Last message.
How about shout out your girl?
Oh yeah. Oh, damn! I hella forgot. I love you. Love you, Darlene. You will be watching this. Shout out to you. See you later.
All right, let's get you on this.